It's good. Hey, this is Brian Johnson with Finance and Commerce. I'm pleased to be joined by Thomas Hertzog, founder and principal of Good Neighbor Homes. Thomas founded and leads Neighbor Homes, for which he leads all new development initiatives and oversees the property management team. He graduated from the University of Minnesota in the Twin Cities with a degree in psychology and urban studies, and is a member of the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association, National Town Builders Association, and Congress for New Urbanism. His current projects include the Fletcher 15-unit boutique condominium development on the corner of 44th Street West and Vincent Avenue South in Minneapolis. Thomas, how you doing today?
Hey Brian, I'm doing great. Yeah, thanks for having us on, even amidst the storm.
Yeah, it's coming down pretty hard outside my window as we speak.
Yep.
But anyway, wanted to I gave you a brief introduction there, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit more about yourself and your business and how you got into real estate development and home building.
Sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to. I founded Good Neighbor Homes in 2020, just before the pandemic started. It was beautiful timing. We do multifamily property management here in the Twin Cities, mostly in Minneapolis and St. Paul. And then we also build new construction housing. Historically, that had been apartments, but with the Fletcher, as we're here to talk about a little bit more today, that's our first condo project, for sale housing, and you don't see a lot of those in the market at this point. And so I think we've figured out a nice sweet spot for the for sale housing, and that's a little bit about what we do and how I spend my days.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about that with the Fletcher and the decision to go the condo route versus rentals.
Mhm.
As you said, you don't see a lot of those, and especially in Minneapolis, you're in a beautiful neighborhood there. And anyway, tell us a little bit about the decision to go with condominiums there.
Sure. Yeah, happy to. I've been working on this site with my business partner, Charles Burdick from Streetfront Development, for the last few years, actually. And initially, we did kind of run through this site as an apartment project. So we went through, a design phase, got cost estimates, looked at the rental market. And we were experiencing and seeing all of the same things that so many apartment developers face today is that interest rates kept slowly ticking up over 2022. Construction prices went, bananas during the early days of the pandemic. And then, stabilized a little bit, but we're still steadily increasing over time. And then, the rental rates, they were, projected to be flat or very modestly growing over the preceding 2 or 3 years, and we've kind of seen that play out here in the Twin Cities market. Um, and so the numbers just the math didn't make sense. It was going to be too expensive to build. There wasn't going to be a way to make enough money with the building to justify doing all that work. And so that got us kind of looking around and trying to figure out what else might work on this site in this neighborhood. I mean, it's truly a one of a kind location. We're just outside of the village center of Linden Hills. A lot of people in Linden Hills still refer to it as a village, and that's what it feels like. We're just around the corner from the heart of it. And as we started to talk about what it would look like to do some for sale product here, condos, just the traction behind them just immediately picked up. We got a lot of interest from the sales community. Early on, we found a builder who was interested in pursuing that, and actually two builders. And then the buyers, we got some really early signs that this would be a really valuable um, product to bring to market in Linden Hills. And so we've been working on the condo project for the last 2 years now.
Okay. And what is the current status? Are you under construction as we speak?
We're not under construction yet. We're almost there. Our building permit is in at the city. I think we just got our first round of comments back from them. That always takes a bit of back and forth between the architects, all the engineers, the builder, and so on and so forth. We've got a few more sales to go. We're about halfway through our sales process, but everything else is pretty much ready to go for construction. We've got all the condo docs worked out, the reserve study, the bylaws, all that fun stuff. The drawings are mostly finalized. The specs, which turned out to be amazing, are finalized. The pricing is looking good. So we just got a few more things to kind of tick off the list, and we're expecting to break ground later this summer.
Okay. And is it about a 1 year project?
It'll be about a 1 year construction timeline, yes. 12 to 15 months, give or take. The total project will be many years. But from
Yeah.
here to from about today to the delivery of a condo when a buyer could move into their new house, it'd probably be about 15, 18 months, I would bet. So about the end of 2026 would be kind of move-in date.
Okay. And what can you share about price points and amenities and things of that nature?
Yeah, yeah. We would love to talk through that. So amenities, you've got all of the within the building. I'll start there. You've got all of the typical things that you would expect at this price point. We have underground storage and parking. So each unit gets two parking stalls dedicated to them. That's included in the purchase of their unit. We have a secure package room because we all know that home delivery is a huge part of, I mean, everyone's life. I mean, at this point, I'm getting, 40-pound bags of dog food delivered to my house just so I don't have to go to the store and carry it to the car. Um, uh, Other than that, in the building, we've got some miscellaneous storage on the various levels, center trash chutes, so you don't have to be walking down to the parking garage to throw your stuff away. And then we really prioritized making the units as nice as we could and as large as we could. So we didn't put in, a community space or a small little gym.
Hmm.
We really felt like the neighborhood itself has all of the amenities that you could want over the course of your week, whether that's coffee or the run into the bank or getting your hair cut or a dentist appointment or the gym. There's lots of places in the neighborhood, and that's really what makes Linden Hills the special place that it is. Um, so we spent a lot of time making the units really nice. And then on price point, Brian, to answer that part of the question, prices start at about 1.4 million. That's for a two bed, three bath, 1,700 square foot unit. So I mean, a really generously sized unit. It's probably three times the size of your average apartment building that gets built today. Um, and then from there, we have larger units that are three bed, three bath. Those can go up to $2 million and beyond. But it's really up to what the buyer wants out of their house. We have a custom home builder on board, Highmark. They're out of the South Metro, and they can probably build you anything you want within the unit. So, um,
Hmm.
yeah, does that answer
Yeah.
the?
Yeah. Very nice, very high end uh, units here. And so you said there's a fair amount of interest so far?
Yeah, yeah, we've had an incredible amount of interest. We've been kind of softly marketing these, during what we call a reservation phase. And we've seen a lot of people come in, get on the list from there. But we didn't officially have everything ready. Like I mentioned earlier, the HOA docs, the plans and specs, the pricing, kind of getting all that finalized with the city, and so we didn't have that until about April, and so we've been maybe officially selling for 45 days now, and we've gotten four purchase agreements signed. Four really excited buyers, I should say. And I think we'll have a fifth one by the end of this week. We've got another neighborhood resident who's really excited about it and is contemplating, the sale of their family home. And so it takes time to make that decision, right? It's a big one, and
Hmm.
so yeah, anyway, we've seen great interest, and our sales threshold to start construction is only 8 units. So we're halfway there, or more than, hopefully by the end of this week.
Okay,
So yeah, it's been great.
great. Now, looking at the sort of the bigger picture for residential construction, there's been an awful lot of talk, of course, about tariff-induced price escalations and concerns about the general direction of the economy. What's your take on that, and what are some of the opportunities and challenges that you see in the local residential construction market?
Yeah, I mean, that's on everyone's mind these days. I'll tell you, in early April, it was a lot less clear how that was going to play out. You know, uh, uh, General contractors, their subs, and their sub suppliers really haven't had to have this tariff conversation I mean, for a really long time. And so, to get any sort of certainty out of what it was actually going to look like, took quite a bit of following that chain of communication all the way back to the country and the supplier that produces the good. And um, there's quite a bit of uncertainty early on, but I think we've really landed that there's going to be very minor impacts to the construction industry and the building trades, especially now with the latest tariff pause, and signs of good progress negotiating with some of the biggest importers and exporters with the U.S. So we're today feeling great about the price certainty that we can offer. I mean, we're locking in, a single number with a buyer on their purchase agreement. Um, Working with Bauer, who will build the core and shell of the building, and then working with Highmark, they went through their entire subcontractor list and then their supplier list to figure out like how much of this is actually made in a country with an exorbitantly high tariff rate, and the answer is very little. So we might absorb a percent or two of cost increases, but overall it'll be very minimal for us.
Okay. And we talked about the Fletcher. Anything else you're working on these days as far as other projects, or is this enough for you right now to?
Yeah, it's a great question. We're actually, I can't say the specifics of what the next one will be, but this Fletcher style project, the kind of infill, small scale, a dozen homes, excuse me, a dozen homes at a time, type project has been because of the success we've seen here in Linden Hills. We're already looking at doing this again in places like Linden Hills, possibly in some neighborhoods in St. Paul, and then some western suburbs like Minnetonka. We're trying to get some early feelers out there, and I think that's probably what you'll see come from us next is another version of this because the demand has been great for it, and we'd like to keep doing it, and keep helping people find these nice houses that they can call home.
Well, great. So, any other final thoughts before I let you go?
Um, Final thoughts. Um, you know, Other than um, check out the website for the Fletcher. It's fletchermpls.com. You can see everything we've done to put together an amazing team on this project. I mean, everyone involved has decades of experience producing really high quality work. Sometimes we joke internally that we're a true gluttons for punishment, in that we have two architects and two general contractors involved in the project,
Hmm.
which means many times twice as much communication. And that at times is more challenging than if it was just one. But I know that everyone on the team would agree that that has produced a much better product, because we're all pushing each other just a little bit more through that extra communication. Um, and so that's what I would finish on, is just highlighting how great of a team we have assembled to get this project done.
All right, great. Well, thank you, Thomas, for your time and good luck with your project. And we'll chat again about this project and maybe other future things that you're working on. So,
Sounds great, Brian. Thanks so much.
all right, thank you. Have a good rest of your day.